Hey you guys, this is Dee Edwards. I am super excited to be before you on today. Listen, I bring much love to you and give a special shout out to my pastor, Pastor Michael Anthony Edwards II, and also to Coach Soul. Thank you guys so much for imparting into my life. So listen, on today's broadcast, I just want to talk about you are the common denominator and really share a transparent moment with you guys. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing this broadcast out. What's up, Lexi? Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Crystal. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm not going to be before you long, but I was sitting here just having a conversation with a very old girlfriend of mine, and I was sharing with her some of the things that I had gone through in the last 24 months of my life when it felt like I was in a cave experience. Have you guys ever gone through something in your life when you know that there's people around that can help you? You know there are people around that will come to your beck and call, but it seems like you're in this experience by yourself. It seems like you're still isolated and you don't have anyone to turn to. You don't have anyone to call upon. And so being in that cave experience for 24 months, it started out when I was very angry. I was very upset being in that place, but now I see how God was using my story. Now I see how God was building me up and preparing me for something great. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hello, Aisha. Hello, Nikita. Hello, Larita. Hello, you guys. So yes, so I've been in a cave experience and I want to share something with you. So I had gone through a lot of things when it comes to relationships in my life, and I was crying out to God and I was telling God about, all of the things that people was doing to me. I was busy pointing and I was busy blaming everybody else because of the hardship that I was experiencing, because my feelings was hurt and because I was emotionally wounded. And I was saying, God, well, they did this to me. God, why did you allow this to happen? God, why did you allow them to do this to me? And one of the things that God had told me was that, Dee, you are the common denominator in the midst of everything that has happened, in the midst of everything that is going on. You are the common denominator. The only thing that is consistent in the midst of your hurt, everything that is consistent in the midst of your betrayal is you. And so God began to show me that I was the common denominator. So during this time, I took just a pause from life and I had to go and seek counseling. And I said, God, if I am the common denominator, then I need to figure out what is broken in me, what needs to be fixed in me, because I am tired of being in this same place. Any of you all ever said that, God, I'm tired of going through this repeated cycle, especially when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friends? Have you ever said, God, I'm tired when I know that I am a good person, when I know that I'm a ride or die for you, when you know that you're loyal, you're trustworthy, you're honest, but it seemed like no matter what you do, you always end up with a broken heart. It seemed like no matter what you do, you find that your heart is bleeding and you're crying out because of the hurt and pain that you've experienced in a relationship. Thank you guys so much for sharing this out. And so this is how I felt. I felt like this. I felt like I was just tired. And sometimes you just get sick and tired of going through the same place and going through the same thing. And I believe that God was showing me in that moment, he was using everything that I've been through so I can get to the place where I was sick and tired. And sometimes God have to get you to a place in your life when you're sick of tired of going through the cycle, when you're sick and tired of being ill. When you get to that point, when you're sick and tired, that's when you really began to open up yourself to seek God for healing. And so I had to use that time and I had to use my pain that brought me to a place of self-evaluation. I had to learn to examine myself because I was quick to examine other people. But God was saying that I am bringing you to this place of hurt. He said that I am allowing things to happen around you because I need you to take some time to deal with you. I need you to take some time to deal with that broken place in your life. And so God was saying, Dee, you are the common denominator out of everything that you're going through. So watch this. And so when I found out that I was the common denominator, I remember sitting there talking to my counselor and I was telling him about everything that was going on. And he was like, Dee, he said, why don't you love or trust yourself enough that when God